FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 quarterfinals start tonight. The first game will be played between Croatia and Brazil at 8:30 p.m. and the 12:30 a.m. kickoff will be between Netherlands and Argentina. The first game of the quarterfinal stages will be between Croatia and Brazil. Croatia, I'm honestly surprised that they've managed to go through to the quarterfinals because they barely managed to go past in the group stages, squeezing in that 0-0 draw against Belgium in the final group match. They did they also played a 0-0 draw against Morocco in the group stages. They only managed one win. That was against Canada, 4-1 win where they conceded first. So and in the round of 16, they held on to 1-1 draw and managed to win in the penalty. So they've not been very convincing. I think attacking wise, in terms of goals, they just don't have a goal scorer, a goal poacher. I think even in the last game against Japan, the goal came from Perisic, but you can't depend on Perisic to score every time. He's not the striker or the number 9 that you can rely on. I think the other attackers, Kramaric, Petkovic, or whoever Dalic plays tonight, will have to step up. They've got a good midfield with Luka Modric, obviously the X factor, Kovacic and Brozovic doing well in the midfield. But their X factor, or the person who's held this Croatian side through till the quarterfinals, for me has been Guardiola and Lovren. Of course, the goalkeeper Livakovic has been good in the goal, saving those penalties against Japan. 3 penalties he saved. He's been fantastic, but Guardiola for me has been outstanding in the defense. He's been everywhere along with Lovren. Those centre backs are strong. But I think a little bit of weakness where you can say they have is on the wings, on the fullback position, where Sosa and Juranovic playing in that fullback position. They've rotated the squad. I think this team has depth. You could see that even in the last game against Japan, where they took off most of the players by the time they entered the extra time, and they managed to hold on to that 1-1 draw and take the game to the penalty. So they've been able to hold on to the games, not scored a lot of goals. But would that be enough against this Brazilian side? I think it could be a big ask from this Croatian defense or this Croatian team, because Brazil has looked in an amazing form. With Neymar back in the last game, that made a lot of difference, because without him, the Brazilian team didn't look as great as it does with Neymar playing in that number 10 role. Of course, for me, the X factor or the person who will be a star always for me would be Alisson. He's been a rock and the wall for Brazil in the defense. Of course, Silva, Marquinhos, Militao, Danilo have been good as well, but Alisson is on another level for me. He's probably one of the best goalkeepers right now in the world. And in the midfield, there's so much depth in this Brazilian squad. You have Paqueta, who scored a goal in that last game. I think that was a 4-1 win against South Korea in the round of 16. Vinicius Jr. is going to be a big threat. He scored a lot of. He's assisted a few times and scored in the last game as well. Richarlison, Rafinha, and even if it's not Rafinha, they have a lot of depth in that squad, and players who can not just be equal but make a difference as well. With Rodrigo as well, and Anthony Martinelli is there in that attacking line. In the midfield, you have Fred, Fabinho, who can easily play. So it'll be interesting to see what starting 11, but I don't see a lot of changes from the last match against South Korea. I think Paqueta should start. Maybe Rafinha could be replaced with someone else. but I don't see a lot of changes happening in the other parts of this starting 11. But it will be a big ask for Croatia in the end to beat this or to defend this Brazilian side. But we've seen Croatia pull up a surprise and manage to hold on to the games. But let's see if they have it in them to stop this Brazilian attack. Talking about the game between Netherlands and Argentina, the Netherlands managed to win their round of 16 game against USA in a convincing 3-1 win against USA, where I felt it was a tactical brilliance of Louis van Gaal that won them that game. They were against USA, who have a great young dynamic team, and their midfield with Tyler Adams, McKennie, Musa looked very strong, as well as of course Pulisic, Captain America, in that USA team. But Netherlands lined up well. I think there was a clear tactics to stop this midfield. You could always see Klaassen, De Jong or De Roon pressing Tyler Adams and McKennie in the midfield, blocking that supply chain. And that's what and Memphis Depay, back in the starting lineup, getting a goal. Gakpo in an incredible form is very, very threatening right now. In fact, in the last game, Depay got a goal, and both their wingers, Blind and Dumfries, got a goal each, and Dumfries got 2 assists, and Blind got an assist as well. So their wingers are doing fantastic. Their midfield is working well. Of course, in the defense you have Van Dijk. Noppert in the goal has been really good in terms of, because it's his first World Cup appearance for Netherlands. It was his this time in the World Cup. It's his first start as well, and he's done really well for this level and for making a debut. So this, and of course, there's the tactical brilliance of Louis van Gaal. Talking about Argentina, in the last game against Australia, they managed to get through with a 2-1 win. But they haven't looked very, very convincing. Of course, Messi produced a moment of magic that got him a goal, and Alvarez got the second one for Argentina. But it'll be interesting to see what kind of starting 11 does Scaloni chooses for this game. In the last game against Australia, in the wing back position, it was Molina. But Montiel has been starting as well, and he's been really good in that right back position. In the centre back, it will be good to see Lisandro Martinez back probably. But last match against Australia, they started with Romero along with Otamendi and Acuna on the left wing. Acuna has been good. He's contributed a lot offensively. Defensively, I think he could do better. But in the midfield, we have Enzo Fernandez. I think he's been having a good time and doing a good role in terms of that holding midfielder. Along with him, it's Alistair McAllister and De Paul in the midfield. I hope Di Maria is fit to play again. He should be back in for Gomez in the attacking line. Alvarez has been really good for Argentina, I think. And of course, there's Messi. But I think for Argentina, they'll have to, individually, the players have to produce something exceptional to beat this Netherlands side, because Netherlands have got a strong lineup, as well as I'm sure Louis van Gaal will have a tactical plan for Argentina, against Argentina. And Depay has been looking good. Defensively, they've been strong. It will be very difficult for Argentina to beat this Netherlands side, but I hope they can. It is a battle which will be very, very interesting to watch.